Hello, shiny happy people. Welcome back to my channel. I am Dominique, aka the Cinema.Sewist, and on this channel, I am trying to bring to you recreations, reinterpretations of famous fashion styles from movies, from music artists, from the catwalk, you name it. Today, I have a very special make for you that is very dear to my heart, actually. And it also marks the first episode of a new series. I know I've just started the Cinemax series in my last video. Now I'm starting a new series, but this one does not really fit into the Cinemax series. So this one is simply called Vogue, where I am recreating styles that are not from movies or TV shows. And this one today, as you may see already from my shirt, has the theme of the famous girl group TLC, which is my all-time favorite band. And I'm not kidding with you. This make that I'm going to show you has been, for me, 25 years in the making. I saw this outfit and I wanted it, and since I never got around to sewing on a serious basis up until 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, it just never came into fruition. And now I'm doing it. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to make, what patterns I'll use, what fabric I will use. But first up, let's just talk a little bit about the band that has shaped my life also quite significantly, and also the outfit that I'm going to recreate. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about TLC. Okay, so I have my sheet with me again. Um, so TLC is an American girl group. They are from Atlanta, Georgia, and they were founded, I think, in 1991. Yeah, 1990, 1991. And in total, they have sold over 72 million records worldwide, which is massive and impressive. And they are they were ranked by VH1 as the greatest female group, placing them at number 12 on the list of 100 greatest women in music, which I find very accurate because they are simply amazing. I have to say, I discovered them in 1995. That was when I actually really started to listen to music on a conscious level. I didn't really pay much attention to music before. And I discovered them with their second album, Crazysexycool, which is my favorite album of all times, hands down. And especially their songs Creep and Waterfalls, which had a serious impact on my life. I was really a TLC fanatic. Every snippet I could get in every magazine. And no matter how much the magazine cost, I had to buy it because there was one picture of TLC in it. And for all those of you who grew up with the internet from their childhood onwards, you would probably think I'm cuckoo, but back in the day, that was all you had. You had like your weekly magazines, and you were just hoping for some coverage on your favorite band, especially with music magazines. So yeah, I was heavily into that. So the band consists of the three girls: Tion T-Boz Watkins, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and Rosanda Chile Thomas. And yeah, there's not that much to really go into here, and I want to keep this rather brief, but I just wanted to share with you, uh, yeah, my love for them, how I discovered them, and just the sheer fascination that I developed over this group. If I had to say one thing about them, is that their music different from other girl groups, I would say, especially from the time and from that era. Their lyrics are very profound. They talk about serious issues in their songs, and really, for me, it made me develop a strong mind about serious issues of life. Uh, like in Waterfalls, when they talk about, getting into gang violence, or they talk about AIDS. Their song Unpretty from their third album, Fan Mail, which talks about plastic surgery and about self acceptance and self love. Those are really important topics even nowadays. So their lyrics haven't grown old. It was never really a matter of being trendy or being, yeah, just going with a certain wave that's popular at that time. TLC, they always kind of created the trend by staying true to themselves and not, they could have easily gone into the realms of other girl groups, like dressing up as sexy and as revealing as possible to gain more followers, to sell more records. And they never really did that. They, obviously, if you look at some images of their outfits, and I'm going to pop up a little gallery, they were always sexy. To me, that was always, but they were really confident and feminine and just stood their ground. And they were like, we are here, we are independent, we are kind of feminist, but without rubbing it into people's faces. They were just like, okay, here we are, and we are good the way we are, which I really appreciate. And it gave me also a lot of, I would say, a lot of structure, especially through my teenage years, where it was like you gain insecurities, and everyone goes through that, right? You gain insecurities, you're considering this, that, and the other. Also, in terms of plastic surgery, or trying to diet your way through being skinny, being this, being that. And yeah, I feel their music still has a lot of impact. So if you've never heard them before, give them a listen, because yeah, like I said, their lyrics, they are very, very profound, very deep, and it's just, yeah, this is probably my love message to TLC in that regard. But we're here to talk about the sewing part. So, the outfit. This outfit is, yeah, it was, to me, one I saw and I just wanted in my life. Let's look at the outfit. So, the outfit that I'm going to recreate is actually a performance outfit from them from 1995, and it was from the MTV Video Music Awards. And this show was, to me, I think I've watched that show 100 times afterwards. I taped it and I watched it over and over because it was so, to me, it was just great that they crushed the Video Music Awards that year. They won 4 awards that year. They were up against, just to give a little bit of background, they were up against Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson that year, and they won too, but it was TLC who made the big win. They won Video of the Year for Waterfalls. And their performance, I still find extremely cool. Maybe I try to get in the video, like in a little insert, without the music, of course, because copyright issues. But it was just, it was bombastic, but it was still simple enough. It was still grounded, and what I really like about them is that they really perform. They dance, they sing, and they just do what they're supposed to do. It's not like you do playback and then you do all kinds of flips and stuff just to impress people. It's really also about the music. Now their outfits, as you can see, it's black and white, and they have all three have like different patterns. Left Eye had a striped top with like chessboard pattern for the bottoms. Chili had the inversed version, so the top was the checkerboard and the pants are striped. And T-Boss has for top and bottom kind of more, I would say more of an organic pattern that is more random, and it's more different squares combined into the top and bottom. And then they have their iconic, that is very 90s, where you see the waistband of the underpants sticking out with the Crazysexycool. And I've full disclosure, my mom made me those because I wanted those in my life. I still have them. I might actually combine it with that outfit. But regardless, I found this outfit to be extremely cool, and also now rediscovering it after all those years. Because full disclosure, I was thinking I would never do this. My mom bought the fabric. She wanted to make the outfit for me, but it never came into fruition. And after inheriting the whole stash, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm never gonna make this outfit. This is gonna be way too much work. How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to make those pants? How am I supposed to make this top? It's really down to I decided just to get into it and try it out, because what can I lose effectively? Like I said, I have the fabric, I have found patterns, and it's if it goes horribly wrong, it goes horribly wrong, right? But at least I tried. And the real reason why I'm making this right now is because in 2 weeks' time, TLC are going to start their Hot Summer Nights tour. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they started here in Miami, or it might be a concert before in Atlanta. I'm not entirely sure, but it's very early in the tour. And for that, I'm making that outfit. So I want to go in full TLC gear to see TLC. And yeah, unfortunately, I did not mention this while I was talking about the band. There are only 2 members left of TLC. If you know the story, the middle part, Left Eye, unfortunately died in a horrific car accident in, I think it was 2003, 2002, 2003, or it might have been earlier. I'm not entirely sure, but it was all I remember. It was a horrible year. Within 8 months, I lost, and I was fairly young still at that point. I lost the favorite singer of my favorite band, and I lost my favorite singer, which was Aaliyah, who died in a plane crash, also at a very young age. So it's kind of like that was a rough year, and for me, just stepping into adulthood and then losing 2 of your icons was just horrible, which is also why I want to do this. When I go see TLC, I'm trying to kind of get, in their gear from the past, also pay tribute to Left Eye. I did see them live. I did see T-Boss and Chili live a year and a half ago, also here in Miami. And I can pop up a picture of that. So I dressed up in an outfit that my mom actually made for me back in the day. This is the outfit from Digging on You, from the music video. And this is Left Eye's outfit with the full coverage of the midriff. Yeah, I even put on the makeup, and it was a great night. We had so much fun. It was just amazing to see them live. So I want to recreate this now with this outfit. But without further ado, because we talked about the outfit, what patterns am I going to use? What fabrics am I going to use? I'm going to get all into that right now. All right, in terms of the fabrics, it's fairly simple actually, because as you can see, it's black and white. And since You can probably get these fabrics somewhere or something similar, but as I told you, my mom had bought the two fabrics back in the day for me. And what we were thinking was to just recreate the patchwork look of this. So what she did was she bought me white and black silk dupioni. So this is going to be a full silk outfit. And if you see this, it is because I've already cut the whole thing. So this is why you're only going to see leftovers of the fabric. So this is the white silk dupioni. Nothing too spectacular in terms, there is no print on it, there is no nothing on it. It's just a white silk dupioni. I pre-washed both of them because I especially wanted to pre-wash the black one, which is right here, because of excess dye. And I mean, just in case, even if I'm just dry cleaning this, I wanted to get the excess dye out of the black. So this is the black one. And you can see right now, because you can still see my t-shirt when I'm holding this to the camera, that this is fairly sheer. So what I am doing, or what I already did, was I have lined every singular piece with interfacing, which gets me almost immediately to the patterns that I'm using. So let's go into those. So the patterns this time are going to be, again, Vicky So's patterns. Funny enough, I did not really plan this, but I had those and I felt that these fitted the best to recreate the look. So I have, first up, for the top, so I am going to recreate Left Eye's top because it is the longest, covering most of the midriff. The reason for that is I'm not particularly ashamed of my midriff, I must say. I'm not the slimmest person on the planet. No, I don't have a six pack, but I'm not ashamed to show my midriff. The reason for it is, though, I want to be able to wear this outfit in my everyday life. And I find even it might be business appropriate. Funky business appropriate, but it might be business appropriate. So that's why I decided to go with Left Eye's top. And mine is going to be even a little bit longer. I'm utilizing the Gera top by Vicky So's. This is a video course with the pattern. It wasn't necessarily cheap. I think I paid like, I think it was like $35. And it is a really good pattern. I can already say that because I made the first iteration, which you will see moving forward in this video because I'm going to add a little snippet there. They kind of hold your hand, and it's because it's a bit challenging. You have boning in there, you have a separating zipper that you need to shorten. But I was also thinking, because of the multiple pattern pieces, the multiple parts, there's a lot of seams to form the shape. I could just alternate this black and white to give it the same appearance as Left Eye's top has. That's essentially what I'm going to do for the top. The bottoms, I'm utilizing T-Boss's version. So I'm mixing it a little bit differently. And the reason is, there is no chance on this planet that I'm doing a chessboard pattern. It would have been way too many pieces. So I was thinking, T-Boss's pens, they have larger squares in between to make it a little less complex. Now, I'm saying that, but it is very complex regardless. I have already, like I said, I've already done half of the work by now. And there were a lot of pattern pieces for the pants. But I'm going to show you, the pants are going to be the Deryll trousers by Vicky So's, and these are cargo pants. I bought them, I think, almost a year ago. So it was also when they first came out with the pattern. And I just wanted cargo pants. It's coming back. the trend of cargo pants for better or worse. And by now I think these work for that TLC outfit, but also I'm probably planning on doing a recreation of an Aliyah outfit at some point. And she wore a lot of cargo pants too. What I like about those is they are not as baggy as the 90s version that TLC and Aliyah wore, because they were really heavy on the baggy pants. But also these girls were very slim and they were tiny. I'm not tiny. I'm 5'11", and I am not super slim. I'm fit, I'm good, I like myself. That's not the point. But I have more of a butt than those girls. So I'm not going to go MC Hammer and go really wide on the pants. So I like the Deryll pants because they're a little more fitted, but they're relaxed enough to give the cargo pants look. Yes, so that is the plan on those. The only things I'm going to change is, like I said, I'm going to do the whole craziness of the patchwork pattern. And also, if you look at the bottom, there is like an elasticated kind of channel to put the hem together. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to put some belt loops a little further up on the pants, and then make a little belt that where I could tie it together if I want to, or I could wear the pants just relaxed on the bottom. So that also gives me a little bit more of variation and more interest in the final piece. That's probably all I wanted to share with you as a start. I hope you're excited. I'm very excited about this make. Like I said, it's been 25 years in the making. I am looking forward to seeing this come together, and I'm also looking forward to wearing it to see my favorite band live again. It's gonna be great. It's not only TLC performing, by the way, it's also on Vogue, which is even better because they were my second favorite girl group. Yeah, I'm gonna be a 12-year-old essentially at the concert, and it's gonna be fabulous. So I hope you share my excitement, and let's get going.